Trump is no solution to political Islam. And if you know the phrase political Islam, I assume you know what I'm talking about. And I guarantee you, he will not fix that problem. His objective is far from comforting. His objective will ultimately lead to essentially an eerie universal cult taking over from, the unilateral satanic sadistic republic. You see, trusting Donald Trump to stop political Islam, and as opposed to basically intentionally fumbling around while inciting it against us, dumbasses, is it's kind of like sticking a feather up a pig's ass and calling it a duck. Okay, like, even if you can get it to quack, it's still just a pig with a feather up its ass. You understand? I don't even know if I understand that. No, but okay. For those of you who aren't familiar with the problem of political Islam, the bigger problem, and the reason why someone like Trump is allowed to gain the Republican nomination, is that the liberal media is, in fact, now considered like what defines like the liberal media. Okay, sorry, it's kind of hard to press into, because this is something that really doesn't want to be discussed. If you know what I mean, but I'm not going to go into the reasons why. So, liberal media people, even Fox News people, wonder why the media as a whole gets labeled as media. Well, actually, media is not the word that you're supposed to be using for yourselves. Media is like an old empire in the Bible and shit. And I'm not going to talk about that now either. Well, although it's relevant. So, the reason why media people are labeled as such and not trusted by at least conservatives post 9/11 is because they don't give proper coverage to this thing called political Islam. Okay, now, bear in mind, the Muslims that you go to school with, that you work with, probably have nothing, especially in their hearts, in common with these people. Okay? That's why they fucking came here. Okay? But there are some areas that are kind of being intentionally targeted, it seems, where there are these guys that are paid by foreign cleric type things, and they just go around kind of enforcing Sharia law on little ghetto areas, Islamic ghettos, basically. It's a eerie form of self-segregation, and they seem to be wanting to slowly trickle their way, segment by segment, into influencing the politics of this country. And, well, there's a vast history that's been completely overlooked by Hollywood, by the news, by the History Channel. Okay. And all of these people that wind up getting labeled as white supremacists who really aren't wind up getting pissed off and getting led astray by white supremacists because you don't address things like the fact that there were only a few dozen crusader conquests while the Islamic conquest basically destroyed civilization. Meanwhile, they give so much credit, and I don't know whether or not it's just to placate them. It's like, y'all are wonderful, please stay the fuck away. But, like, and there's a difference between Muslims, the individual Muslims, and Islamic. Okay? Islamic is a political theocratic theocracy. It's a theocratic system. Okay, it's a religious fervor for theocracy and a political system that requires religious dominance. I mean, it is literally a political system first and foremost, and kind of a religion, no matter how many ways it contradicts itself, used to back it up. But, that's why Muslims who pick and choose, and I'm not hating on people for pick and choosing, but Muslims who come to this country and want to pick and choose what, in the Quran and the Hadiths or whatever that they want to adhere to because they know the difference between right and wrong, they should be respected and loved and, considered children of God because that's what they see themselves as. They buy into what anti-political Islam activists see as the false equivalence of God, okay? And what matters in their heart is whether or not they serve the God of love, which is the Christian God, or the God of war, which is the Islamic God. And the word Muslim is actually from Muslim, which was the name of the former female-dominated version of, well, post-Judean pre-Christianity. And I've been holding that back for a long time because it sounds like a lot, but it's the whole thing where, Gorgonian and Muses and basically all of the different world cultures and religions unite in one fucking story on one same bat channel at the same, no, not the same bat time. And boom, I'm gonna shut the fuck up pretty soon here. Or how about now? Yeah. I'm gonna go. Do the thing with the thing, but try not to stick any feathers up any. Never mind.